like to share some of my thoughts with you about LSD. The story, particularly of LSD, and also that of any of the drugs of abuse, is really a story of much more. It's a story of the two generations, of those under 30, often called teenagers, teeny boppers, adolescents, or whatever, and those over 30, those of us who are the establishment. For drug usage is a symptom. The story is that of adults' defensiveness, hysteria, scapegoating, frantic passing of laws, and real helplessness. It's also a story of youngsters' rebellion, gullibility, of adverse reactions and felony and misdemeanor convictions. Tragically, the story has caused a tremendous failure in communication between the two generations, which has led to what we call a real generation gap.
But you don't know me, you never listen, you always tell me you know better, but look at how we are. You try to teach me, but you can't reach me, you're always preaching, and everybody knows much better, but I see you. Lost over my
doctors, hospitals, psychiatrists, ministers. There's no simple cause, like being too permissive or too strict, or not caring for the kids. Nor can one expect each parent to be a drug expert on many different drugs by reading all the literature and having all the right answers. No one's to blame. There's no simple answer. No school courses, movies, tranquilizers, nor laws to solve this problem. Gullibility makes the adolescent swallow the nonsensical concerns of any drug prophet that comes along. We could probably sell him Disneyland if we tried. On the other hand, it's his perceptivity which makes the adolescent seemingly such a problem for the rest of us. He criticizes what he sees as being imperfect in our world, and he sees things in the adult world that we would rather see. He sees the hypocrisy. He sees the stifling of the organization man's individuality. He sees our materialism and often shallow lives. Unfortunately, when he criticizes us, we get defensive. And this is where the generation gap really becomes so large. This is where we really turn off his listening to us. Sometimes we say all drug use is a giant communist plot. Sometimes we advocate censoring the radio stations that play rock and roll songs with words and ideas we don't like. Sometimes we frantically pass laws. But always we're defensive and not willing to admit that the youngster has to help us to create a better world instead of dropping out of the world as we know it with drugs. They want to know our ideas, but they don't say, for example, tell me about alcoholism. What the adolescent says instead, to test us, is something like, alcohol is worse than LSD. Then he watches our reaction. For ideas and even rebellion can be good, but not the drug rebellion. Of course, these kids have us in a vulnerable position. We're a drug culture. That's the message at the beginning of the film. It's such a fundamental hypocrisy when we adults tell the youngsters that our drugs, our barbiturates, tranquilizers, and especially alcohol, are good drugs, and that it's their marijuana and LSD that are the bad drugs. LSD, let's simmer down.